the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win in life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat. Put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill. I know life's short, so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? Supposed to feel. How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on this shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these shit I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? I'm a bit up close today, aren't I? Wow, okay. Who have we got here today? How you going, Alex? How you going, Crewmel? Crewmel said, sorry, does it matter who fell compared to the 10,000s who are killed in the Middle East and Ukraine and Rusland? I think you mean Russia. Might sound insensitive, but let's keep it in perspective and importance. I will be going over that, actually. And I'll even explain a little bit of... I've been doing this for quite a while, and I've had 2 channels deleted. It's a shame because I've gone over Ukraine years ago for the last couple of years, but we will talk about that because our countries are sending more money. Shannon said, how you going, Shannon? Shannon said, Eric Clapton's baby fell out of a window. Oh, no. A lot of people falling out of windows and off balconies and from high rises. Anyway... okay, who else have we got? Oh, it just jumped already. Okay, Deb, how you going, Deb? Good to see ya. We got J1, how you going? Good to see ya. Carl, good to see ya. Conchega, good to see ya. SW, hello. How you going? Okay, good to see you guys. Let's get into it because I've got a lot to go through. Where am I? Screen. Okay. Kim.com said, it's over and laughing. America, I believe this is Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt. Kamala, after last night's interview with Brett Bayer. My friend was in the camera crew for last night's interview with Brett Bayer and Kamala Harris. Kamala clearly struggled, as many people have pointed out. After the interview concluded, she apparently refused to shake Brett's hand, called him dirty, and then she said, you're just another lousy MAGA nut job. Brett just laughed. She then started to tear up and said, we can edit this, right? Then she went on to a team and said, oh my God, it's over. At least she knew she messed up. I don't know. This is rumours as far as I'm concerned at the moment. Then we have Lucy Zellick. Yesterday, New South Wales Green MP and feminist Abigail Boyd showed her support for the Equality Bill. During her speech, she claimed our understanding of biology was old-fashioned and that she couldn't understand why seeing male genitalia in women's change rooms would be an issue. Okay, so she's a feminist who wants to allow men in women's change rooms. Okay, and she believes that our views on biology are outdated. Well, I'd like to know which biologist, like what kind of biologist she is. I'd like to see her credentials or who she's listening to. That's what I'd like to see. This is the insanity of the Australian government at the moment. Okay, and they're the ones in charge. Lucky motherfucking McGee said, remember that guy that had the receipts for the Tim Walz story? One of two things happened here. Now, I read this the other day. He was either full of shit and got caught in his attempts to pander an untrue, salacious story without any proof in order to gain followers and attention, or it was true and HRC got to him to bury the evidence. Both are highly believable, also very terrible. I read this person's post out the other day on one of the videos. I can't remember which one. The story about the kids was Tim Walz. Okay. I don't know. I can honestly say I don't know. So everything here, everyone mentioned, is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And maybe even then I might get struck for something else. I don't know. AJ said, tyranny alert, EU announces plan to end free speech on X by fining all of Elon Musk's companies. Plus Justice Department agent files in federal court to take real Alex Jones from Alex Jones. So the name, okay? And what are they doing? They're having an auction. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Mick Amias said former Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews has been appointed the chair of the Youth Mental Health Service. Origin. Can someone tell me how this actually makes any sense? This bloke is single-handedly responsible for creating one of the largest mental health crises we've ever experienced. Not only that, he ran over a teenage boy in the car, allegedly, apparently. Someone ran over a teenage boy in his car. And he's in charge. He's been appointed the chair of the Youth Mental Health Service. Yeah, I don't think so. See, our government's insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, can't do that one on here, but we'll do it on Rumble. Okay, Verica said Australia article from May 2023. Why Elon Musk was left in disbelief after learning a fact about life in Australia. Wow, really, he says in disbelief when told that power was becoming a luxury item for many families. I didn't realise it was that expensive. Australia has so many natural resources that even if you go the fossil fuel route, electricity should be very cheap, he says. Musk was moved to tears when he was told that many people were worried they wouldn't be able to turn on their lights or cook food. These days, it's more like, you've got your rent maybe covered, maybe, or your housing payment. Now, do you pay your bills or do you buy your food with the rest of it? That's where we're at. What do you do? I'm just lucky I live with someone at the moment, my son, but he's going to move out soon, so we're going to really see how things are going to go then. Yeah, that's when I'll really be choosing between bills and food. Insurrection Barbie said the number one reason people distrust the election of 2020 is because it came down to 40,000 votes in 4 major cities. Each of these Democrat-controlled cities removed Republican poll watchers, sent home the media, told us they would stop counting. Remember that? Because when it's night in America, it's daytime here in Australia, so I was still watching it, right? When you guys woke up, the following ballots were counted overnight without impartial observers. Fulton County, Atlanta, 122,000. Wayne County, Detroit, 268,000. Philadelphia County, 85,000. Milwaukee County, 242,852. Had these counties not stopped the count, had they allowed nonpartisan observers to be present, and had they counted in the light of day instead of the dark of night, public perception would have been much different. Yeah, no one would have been accusing anybody of doing anything if they hadn't have done this in the middle of the night. Melinda Richards says, I understand they want a baby. But why lie naked in a hospital bed pretending you've given birth? Why the pantomime? This is crazy. Why? Like, seriously, laying in a hospital, either a seat or a bed, naked at the top. Now, I know babies respond better to bare skin, but, mate, seriously, could have had a singlet on and it still would have been bare skin. And a singlet, I mean, I think you call it a tank top in America. Anyway, just looking at that is disturbing to me. I don't know why, but it is. Pauline Hanson said Pauline Hanson slams organised theft after massive plot of land is handed to Aboriginal group despite local outrage, writes David Southwell. So what they're doing here is they're just handing land over to Aboriginal, rights or whatever now, which actually isn't UN's in charge of, okay? So they're just being used when it's actually being handed to the UN, I believe. That's my opinion only. Alexandra Marshall said it's really simple. If you want Australian women to have more children, stop importing the entire third world and taxing the living heck out of Australian families to pay for their benefits. Okay. Betty Johnson said New York AG Letitia James campaigned on bankrupting Trump and putting him in jail. She nearly succeeded. Yet tonight, Letitia James' bullshit charges against Trump are being eviscerated by the New York Supreme Court right as she is forced to stand for Trump and applaud him. My God, how God works in mysterious ways. There she is there applauding Trump. And Trump just went to a Catholic thing in New York, a dinner they have. And after Camilla's saying that Trump's hiding and everything, Biden nor Kamala turned up. And I think Trump roasted most of them. Okay. Oz Integrity said, breaking Queensland UN DRIP treaty today, said David Christofouli, confirms under LNP, which is Liberal Nationals, government, the path to Treaty Act 2023 will be repealed. Queensland will not enter into treaties with its own people. Common sense prevails, but I still don't trust the Liberal Party. Sorry, that's just me. Maybe, and a few other hundreds of thousands of people. Okay. Leading reports said breaking Trump is projected to win the election in a landslide according to new Real Clear Politics No Toss-Ups map, and I believe it's going to be redder than that. I do. I really do. I think they've still got it slightly wrong. Elon Musk said yes, and now he's... Okay. First was XRP the other day, now it's the Doge. I don't know if anyone's interested in crypto or knows about crypto, but Doge and XRP are both crypto coins. And Elon Musk has shared both in the last couple of days. Elon Musk is just supporting common sense in this election, and Elon Musk said yes. I'm seeing more in these than just what he's saying, okay? The Doge thing, the XRP thing. This is not financial advice by any means either. I've got a little tiny bit of both. Still Boneless said, just caught this. Look closely. It looks like she's adjusting an earpiece. You ready? Watch. Make it bigger.
And to increase screenings and to make sure that people are actually going and to make sure that people are actually going and to make sure that people are actually going and to make sure that people are actually going to get the screenings. Not to mention the higher.
Okay, I don't need to hear any more of her words salad, but we just saw the actions that we needed to, and they even replayed them a couple of times for us. Okay, Anthony Scalise said, as of today, this evil putrid Islamic Museum of Australia has been up 10 years too long. I didn't even know we had one. Dear God. It should be demolished as Islamic agendas have no place in Australia. Australians first. Exactly. If you come here, you integrate. We've got like Indian temples here in Australia. Not that I have anything against them, but like if you want to keep what you've had, go back home and do it. You've got plenty over there. Either integrate or don't come. Clandestine said, holy shit. New York Post are reporting that their professional lip reader deciphered much of Obama and Biden's conversation at Ethel Kennedy's funeral. They claim Biden said that Kamala was not as strong as me. Obama replied, I know, that's true. We have time. Panic in D.C. And I believe I actually have someone explaining this. Times LBRY said, big breaking news. India will now rethink buying Canada-built Stryker vehicles for the army. Masterstroke of PM Modi. Huge loss to Justin Trudeau, led Canada. If India doesn't buy vehicles. Anger against Justin Trudeau is set to further increase across Canada due to foolish activities and economic mismanagement of Trudeau. We don't have any evidence against India. The matter is in Canadian court, yet to be proved, but India is guilty. Meet the Canadian Papou, Justin Trudeau. He's as bad as our politicians. Senator Gerard Rennick. Now, here we go into Ukraine stuff, okay? The Albanese government is gifting dozens of battle tanks to Ukraine in its latest round of support for Kiev's fight against invading Russian forces, which would have ended a year or two ago if we hadn't have gotten involved. Do you know what a proxy war is? I'll tell you what it is in a minute. The package, worth around $245 million, will hand Ukraine 49 American-designed M1A1 Abrams nearing the end of their operational lives. Defence Minister Richard Marles renewed Australians' commitment to the Ukraine cause. When are the major parties going to commit to the Australian cause? Ukraine's got nothing to do with us. If politicians want to commit to the Ukraine, they should send themselves or their children, not taxpayer-funded military equipment. Australians are sick and tired of being involved in foreign wars. Let's hope Trump gets in and ends these endless wars. And do you know what a proxy war is? In political science, a proxy war is an armed conflict fought between two belligerents where one belligerent is a non-state actor, supported by an external third-party power. Ukraine is supported by the US, the UK, Australia, probably Canada, probably New Zealand. In the term proxy war, the non-state actor is the proxy, yet both belligerents in a proxy war can be considered proxies if both are receiving foreign military aid from a third-party country. Look, what this is about is the deep state wants to start a war, okay? They're using Ukraine to go against Russia to start this, and then when it becomes too much, they'll say, oh, the US needs to get involved, which they've already done. Okay, they want to start World War III. Not only that, as I've gone over in the last few years, unfortunately, the videos aren't up anymore, but Ukraine was using footage from games, yep, as their war, as their battlefield stuff. There was the pilot of Kiev, the Ghost of Kiev. Yeah, that was from a game as well. A lot of the footage is from games. And this war would have been over just when it started if we hadn't have all gotten involved. Because that was Russian territory that got taken over since 2014. So all I can say is, I don't even know where you'd go to try and find. Oh, you can go on Twitter and look up Ukraine war, okay? And just keep reading past all the news sites until you get to normal people and start reading, because there is proof in there. Don't listen to the news. That's all I can say. But we don't want to be involved. We shouldn't be funding it. We shouldn't be fighting it. And there's more to Ukraine than what people think, okay? Zelensky himself, before he became Prime Minister or whatever he is, I don't even know if it's Prime Minister or President, he was an actor who was seen playing the piano with his penis in one of his skits. I believe he still is acting. Yeah, okay, so let's finish this. A proxy war is characterised by a direct long-term geopolitical relationship between the third-party sponsor states and their client states and non-client states. Thus, the political sponsorship becomes military sponsorship when the third-party powers fund the soldiers and their material to equip the belligerent proxy army to launch and fight and sustain a war to victory and government power. Okay, now we do know they want to overthrow Russia. They want Putin gone. So all I can suggest for anyone wondering about Ukraine is go onto Twitter and actually search for it. And you'll see, even if it's from years ago, you'll see that this is not what they are telling you it is. And I believe it's all theatre anyway. But that's just me. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me at all. But that's what I think. Joey Manarino said someone needs to look into if these people being sent from the UK to campaign for Kamala Harris, all the way from the UK, if they're being paid in any way, shape or form. I'm not sure if providing them housing could be considered a form of payment. If they're being paid to work on a campaign and they're not legal US citizens or legal permanent residents of the United States, they're in violation of election law. In that case, they should all be arrested and detained. Someone really needs to look into this and see if we can get these people caught up in some kind of case. Further, has there been any coordination with paid employees of the Kamala Harris campaign? If there is, then we need to also get them caught up in this too. So people from the UK are going to campaign for Kamala Harris and they're being sent to the US. It also makes me wonder, I knew of two people in the UK who worked for CNN, were there on some sort of sponsorship. Would they use people like that as well? If so, there's two people that could be in big trouble if they're involved in it. And I'm pretty sure that Wheezy knows. Yep, what's her name? Amber Huxley. And possibly Heather Turner. I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I'm saying if they're involved. This I'll show you on Rumble. This one here, Colin Rugg said, new far-left MSNBC host Joy Reid. Oh, new. Sorry, she's not new far-left. Okay, I read that wrong. New. Far-left MSNBC host Joy Reid says wanting to have babies is a sign of fascism. Says the media is making Americans become fascists. How's that? Reid has become increasingly unstable as the election nears. Here is everything that is fascist according to Reid. Wanting more babies. Hispanic Christians who believe in masculinity. Thinking men shouldn't be feminine. Some in the media. Thinking criminal illegal aliens are bad. Oh, it's okay. Jewish people who are anti-illegal immigration. Wow, let's have a listen to her because she does sounds unhinged. Oh, dear. Okay, here we go.
I do believe that this election is a litmus test for American tolerance for fascism. The elements of fascism are rooted in this nationalistic drive for more babies for the state, for a strongman-driven nation, and a deep sort of state-based religiosity. So I do believe we have a media problem, and we do have some of our media that is leading people toward fascism. The question of America has become too soft and feminine. I think that is it's a fascist litmus test. So this question of whether the society is too soft and feminine, it was alarming to me that a majority of Hispanic Protestants agree, but that's not shocking. Immigrants are poisoning the blood of the country. This is one of the most terrifying things that you've heard a presidential candidate say, because it is straight out of Mein Kampf. 23% of Jewish respondents agree with that, because that's straight out Nazi.
When she says immigrants, they're not talking about legal immigrants. And how many is she housing in her home? I'd love to know. And sorry if I sound short. I'm not meaning to be, sound short or anything, but this is like years and years worth of research about the Ukraine thing I'm talking about. I don't mean to sound short, but I'm Australian. We got people living in tents on our streets, and we're still giving money over. No. It's not our war. We shouldn't be involved at all. Okay, another one, the same thing, the same interview or whatever it is. Paul A. says, Sepula? I don't know how to say that. Joy Reid says, President Trump will bring about civil war if he doesn't win. The real issue is Democrats are cheating and have been for decades. Not only does Trump have to win, he needs to fix elections. Americans have no faith in them for good reason. Now what's she saying?
We know that if Kamala Harris wins by 3 million votes and yet does not become president, she will concede. That's a no-brainer. We also know that if Donald Trump does not win the election, he will not concede, and he will proceed to try to bring us to civil war and try to drag the election through the courts and try.
2020, hello? He didn't succeed. What happened? He stepped out. J6 happened, but I believe that was more of a setup than anything else. There were mostly peaceful people there, and the ones that weren't were sent in because the FBI can't answer how many of their people they sent in that day. And they're the ones, I'm sure, you'll find out later on, were breaking the windows and causing all the... And what happened to Ray Epps? Is anyone still interested in Ray Epps and what his involvement was in J6? I'm wondering, because the FBI had him on their most wanted list and then all of a sudden he disappeared. Who knows? Anyway, what she's saying is not true. If that would have happened, Trump would not have stepped back for 2020.
To have Mike Johnson make him president or have John Roberts make him president. We know how this is going and we know where it's going. I think we need to examine the system that does not allow the winner of the popular vote to become president. I think no matter if Vice President Harris wins and Democrats retain the House and Senate, we need to have a serious conversation about the state of our democracy because it is lacking. And then the last thing I will say is that if Donald Trump does win, there won't be Democrats go back and figure out how to get more voters and figure out how to change your positions. There will be camps. There will be Project 2025.
Project 2025 backs Camilla, you half-wit.
There could be arrests of people like Adam Schiff. There could be Nancy Pelosi being hauled off to jail. And if you don't think that that's possible, then you really don't understand that there is no American exceptionalism. We're just a country like every other.
She's insane, seriously.
We know that if...
She's telling projection. That's what she's doing, projection. So she said if the Democrats get in, they got to go in and make sure things, I'm sure they're going to fix it. They're going to fix it right up. So no one ever gets anywhere ever again. Insurrection Barbie said, do not listen to anything Joy Reid said. I wholeheartedly approve this message. Are we ready for this one? I'm going to make this one big. I'm going to make sure my volume is sort of down a bit to start with.
My fellow Americans, do not listen to anything Joy Reid's ugly ass is saying. She is a liar, and the truth is not in her.
That was short and sweet. There you go. I wasn't expecting it to be so short, but there you go. I agree. Riley Gaines said Harris Faulkner asked a room full of women how many of them are concerned about their daughters having to compete against a man in their sport. Every woman raises their hand. Trump said he will executively ban men from competing in women's sports, and that's a good thing. Let's have a look.
Up and down the ballot. How many of you are worried about biological men and boys competing against women and girls in sports? Just show me. That's almost the entire, that is the entire room. And I know you have a question.
I do.
By the way, excuse me, it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Your question, your name and your hometown.
My name is Linda, and I'm from Milton, Georgia.
Good.
But originally Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, wow.
I'd get that
good.
in there. My question is, how do you plan on addressing the transgender issue in women's sports? I have 9 grandchildren, 6 of them female, all playing sports, and we are very concerned for their safety, not just on the field and the courts, but in their locker rooms as well.
Right. It's such an easy question, and everybody in the room, and you know that answer, we're not going to let it happen. You look, just yesterday, they had a volleyball match. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where a person that transitioned, okay? We have to be very careful because this can terminate your political career if you say it's slightly off, all right? But transitioned from man to female and was on a volleyball. And I saw the slam. It was a slam. I never saw a ball hit so hard. Hit the girl on the head. But other people, even in volleyball, they've been permanently, they've been really hurt badly, women playing men. But you don't have to do the volleyball. We stop it. We stop it. We absolutely stop it. You can't have it. It's a man playing in the game. Physically, from a muscular standpoint, even if it was a little bit less, maybe they do all sorts of tests and drugs and everything else. Look at what's happened in swimming. Look at the records that are being broken.
So how do you stop it? Do you go to the sports leagues? Do you go to the Olympic
You just
councils?
ban it. The president bans it. You just don't let it happen. Not a big deal.
There you go. That's all they need to do is ban it. Insurrection Barbie said Pastor Lorenzo Sewell blasts Harris for bribing Charlemagne to speak to black men in Detroit. By the way, when Donald Trump spoke to black men in Detroit, he just bought himself. Okay, let's listen to this one. Oh.
I have never been so offended in my life. She's bringing a man here who is Charlemagne, a false god, to a community that has 4,500 churches, all people of faith. We are extremely offended that she's bringing a podcaster here to talk to black men about politics. She brought a retired athlete to Flint who is failing, Magic Johnson, and she brought Oprah to Oakland County as if she understands the plight and the pain of people that look like me. We will not allow virtue signaling, or we will not allow identity politics. Black men are not political infants. We know exactly what's happening with the Democratic Party. We know that they've exploited us for over 6 decades. And we are saying, just like Moses said to Pharaoh, let my people go.
Let my people go. Okay. There you go. Rachel Trump one said, Kamala Harris doesn't want you to see this. This one had to be scrubbed, but was posted in 2020. Kamala Harris said, I just filed an official complaint with Instagram to get Cops page removed from the platform. We need focus on defunding the police rather than supporting them. Do not follow this page. So that's what Kamala Harris thinks of the police. George said, I went on One American News and told them that Trump's strategy to get black voters has been genius and simple. He's not bribing us. He's speaking to us the same way he speaks to everybody else. He's from New York and he's probably blacker than Kamala if we're being serious. Here, host Chanel Rion, Trump will make history next month. The black-white Oreo force is going to conquer Democrats at the poll.
But what is Trump doing in particular to have boosted those numbers? What is Trump being or saying or doing that is resonating so differently with black voting men?
That's a very good question. Trump's just being himself. He's speaking to black men the same way he speaks to white or Asian or Hispanic men. He's not changing his accent. He's not saying y'all. He's from New York. And he's probably blacker than Kamala, if we're being serious here. She grew up in Quebec, Canada. She's closer to Emmanuel Macron in terms of relation than the actual black community in the United States. Trump is approaching every group of people the exact same. He's telling them, if I bring down the cost of energy, inflation's going to go down. The cost of groceries are going to go down. The cost to build new housing will go down. Kamala's entire game plan is just handouts. Trump's game plan is handouts in a different sense by reducing taxation, eliminating taxes on tips and overtime. Trump is trying to incentivize black people to go work for themselves, to fish for themselves, as opposed to just giving them a bunch of food and bread to go eat. The good old saying goes, if you teach a man how to fish, he's going to be fed for the rest of his life. If you give him fish, he's going to be hungry tomorrow. Trump understands that. So his entire policy platform is just on empowering Americans to do for themselves. Kamala wants to give 1 million fully forgivable loans to black entrepreneurs. And I love how she placed the others there. We don't know who the others are, assuming it's just the other races. But she didn't even say anything about merit, like a business having to prove solvency before she gives them a loan. She just wants to give them loans, $20,000. It's a handout and it's a bribe. That's how I view it. Trump isn't bribing black people to vote for him.
Kamala's going to raise the taxes and Trump will lower them. Who do you want to vote for?
But what is Trump?
It's up to you. Sully said February 2nd, 2021, Biden signs executive orders to reverse President Trump's immigration policies. Never forget that Kamala Harris and Joe Biden opened our borders and facilitated an invasion on the American people. That's what he was doing here.
And the Muslim ban, a few executive orders to strengthen the immigration system, building on the executive actions I took on day one to protect dreamers, and the Muslim ban, and to better manage our borders. And that's what these three different executive orders are about. And I want to make it clear, there's a lot of talk, with good reason, about the number of executive orders that I've signed. I'm not making new law. I'm eliminating bad policy. What I'm doing is taking on the issues that 99% of them, that the last president of the United States, issued executive orders I thought were very counterproductive to our security, counterproductive to who we are as a country, particularly in the area of immigration. This is about how America is safer, stronger, more prosperous when we have a fair, orderly, and humane legal immigration system. And with the first action today, we're going to work to undo the moral and national shame of the previous administration that literally, not figuratively, ripped children from the arms of their families, their mothers and fathers at the border.
Sorry, Joe, that's you and Obama.
And with no plan, none whatsoever, to reunify the children who are still in custody and their parents. The second action addresses the root causes of our migration to our southern border. And the third action, the third order I'm going to be signing, orders a full review of the previous administration's harmful and counterproductive immigration policies, basically across the board. And so with that, I'm going to sign the first order, which is a reestablishment of the interagency task force and a reunification of families. You remove the stain on the reputation for what the separation has caused. That is the first order. The second order I'm signing is creating a comprehensive regional framework to address the causes of migration and to manage migration throughout the North and Central America, and to provide a safe and orderly processing of asylum seekers at the United States border.
It needs a new pen for each one.
And the third order I'm signing
Why doesn't he just use the same
is restoring the faith in our legal immigration system and strengthening immigration and inclusion efforts for new Americans. And my grandfather would say, the grace of God and the goodwill of the neighbors will reunite these children and reestablish our reputation as being a haven for people in need. Thank you very, very much.
There you go. They started it. And it affects the black community. It affects the Hispanic community already in America, mind you, because you're all going to be paying more taxes to support these people. Like we do here in Australia. Same thing. Tony said, man yells to Trump, your father paid for my tuition. Trump then takes the time to meet him. The media will never show you this. Oh, That's not what I meant to do.
Pay for my tuition. 3 kids. 1974. You first. I'm the man. 1, 2, 1. Thank you.
Hey, his security's good now, by the look of it. That's good. His father paid for his tuition, so Trump went and met him. So there you go. Benny Johnson said, incredible moment where President Trump consoles a mother struggling to buy groceries in this economy. You just hang in there. We're going to bring those costs way down. George said he's doing it. Trump will be officially working at McDonald's in Pennsylvania this weekend to prove he's worked at McDonald's longer than Kamala. This is a new level of trolling. Well done. Xavier DeRusso said, my name is Xavier DeRusso. My mother is a liberal. My father is far leftist. I marched for George Floyd. I voted for Bernie Sanders. I've made foolish mistakes, but on November the 5th, I'll be on the right side of history when I vote for Donald Trump to be my president. Well done, mate. Well done. Insurrection Barbie shared this. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Your life was better under Donald Trump, and that's why we're going back.
This is what the Harris Waltz message is to black men. So bump that plan she just released yesterday, because last time I checked, she ain't been checking for y'all since she got in office. And by the way, Obama, there's white, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, all kinds of people not voting for Kamala Harris. So how dare you single out black men and act like it's their fault? See your brothers, the brotherhood? They're realizing just how much y'all don't do for them. So why don't y'all acknowledge black men when they do something right instead of always criticizing them whenever something goes wrong? And black people, I'm gonna need y'all to get out y'all feelings because it ain't no money in that, and the real hustlers know that. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. See, you know for a fact your life was better under Trump. So yes, we are going back. Going back to financial stability, going back to supporting entrepreneurship.
There you go. That was a short. I would love to have heard the rest of that. But anyway, Johnny Maga said a woman at Trump's town hall was really nervous to get on the mic and ask a question, so he made sure she was comfortable. You have a beautiful voice, by the way. Thank you so much. I'm having a panic attack right now. Let's have a listen.
I'm a single mom to 2 kids here. And just in 3.5 years, my child tax credit has decreased by 80%, almost.
You get what? Excuse me?
Her child tax credit has decreased by 80%.
That's
sorry, my child tax credit has decreased by almost 80%. Daycare for the lowest amount is roughly $1,400 a month for one child here.
Yeah.
Last year, I broke my neck. I almost lost.
You have a beautiful voice, by the way.
Thank you so much. Yep. I'm having a panic attack right now.
Like, don't panic. I'm right here with you.
But last year I had broken my neck and I tried applying for any kind of assistance and was denied because I did not make less than $700 a month. And I'm shaking like a freaking leaf. I cannot stop. So I could not afford daycare. I obviously was having to go through physical therapy and a lot of issues, and I'm still having issues to this day.
Right, I understand.
But what kind of realistic changes that do you think you can provide single parents, married parents, any kind of parent to just simply afford children in today's world with the way things are?
Right? It is not fair.
No.
You never heard of Ivanka, right? Ivanka. My daughter drove me crazy on this. We had the simplest, most beautiful I gave you the largest tax cuts in the history of our country, okay? Larger than the Reagan cuts, larger. But my daughter, Ivanka, she said, Dad, we have to do tax credits for women, for the child tax credits. She was driving me crazy. Then I did it, and I got it just about done. Dad, you've got to double it up. I said, Ivanka, it was actually more complicated than the entire bill, but I got it done. And what we're going to do, and I'm going to make, because I understand exactly what you're saying, we're going to readjust things so that it's fair to everybody, because it's really not fair to everybody. But we have a lot, and we're going up higher, but we're also going to readjust, because you have to make some readjustments. It's unfair to some people, and we're not going to have that. But she was the one that got it started. Those were our credits. Those were not the Democrat credits. A lot of Republicans said, rightfully, don't do it because we never get credit for that. We're not known for that. But the truth is, I wanted to put it all in the form of the tax cut. So I got the maximum tax cut, but we're also bringing down the taxes for companies and for people. We're bringing it down to 15%. And for companies, only if you make your product, build your product in the USA. Otherwise, you don't get it. So
there you go. God love him. Hey, Shannon, thank you.
Uncomofo tipped $5. Test eagles, test eagles, test eagles, the extra test eagle.
Oh, God love you, Shannon. Okay, and Wokeness, thank you. And Wokeness said narrative, Trump has a medical episode. Reality, someone in the crowd fainted, so Trump put on his playlist and vibed with his audience while they waited. Election 2024 said Trump sways and bops to music for 39 minutes in a bizarre town hall episode. That's because someone passed out. I believe 2 people had medical incidents at that. I think Carl sent it to me. Can't play that. Anyway, there you go. So they said he had a bizarre episode. Okay, he didn't. 2 people in the audience apparently did that day. Colin Ruggs said new Kamala Harris fumes after Fox News has a clip ready of Trump after she claimed he called Americans the enemy within. Kamala, Trump is the one who talks about the enemy within. Bayer said, we actually asked that question to the former president today. Here it is. Kamala loses it. Right, okay, let's have a listen. Now, I'm a bit behind. This was from the other day. Oops, okay.
He's the one who talks about an enemy within, an enemy within, talking about the American people, suggesting he would turn the American military on the American people.
We asked that question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing.
So,
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
Well, he was asked about that
No,
specific...
that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you...
that was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
You want to do the same thing. And he didn't say that anyway. What he's talking about, the enemy within, he's talking about these people. Not the American people. These people. That is the enemy within.
He's the one who talks about it.
I think she's panicking a bit there. Common Sense Custodian said this interview was the final nail in the coffin for me. She's 100% not qualified for this. She answered every question with the same bullshit answer. Colin Rugg said the election's not over till it's over. Remember that. The only way to win is to drag friends and family to the
enemy
polls.
within.
Yeah, Kamala, the enemy within he's talking about is not the American people, you half-wit. Okay, Trump War Room said our newest ad just dropped. It's 26 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But it's the interview with Kamala. Okay, Charlie Kirk says, so let me get this straight. Kamala, who covered up Joe Biden's cognitive decline, then lied to the American people, has the audacity to say Trump is increasingly unstable and unfit. This woman's the biggest fraud to ever run for POTUS.
Do you think Donald Trump needs to take a cognitive test?
Well, I'm going to say what I've said publicly and will say many times based on my observations, and I think the observations of many. Donald Trump is increasingly unstable, and as has been said by the people who have worked closely with him, even when he was president, he's unfit to be president of the United States.
Do you think Donald Trump needs to take a cognitive test?
Well, I'm going to say what I...
That would be the rhinos. She said his supporters will work with him or whatever. Okay, ALX said, Brett, more than 70% of Americans feel the country is going badly. Kamala said, Donald Trump has been running for office. Sorry, what was that? B, but you've been the person holding the office. Kamala, you and I both know what I'm talking about. And he says, actually, I don't. What are you talking about? Okay, let's have a listen.
Frankly, exhausted of Brett.
More than
People
70% of people tell the country is on the wrong track. They say the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
President.
both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade,
But
people
you're the
have
lever of
become...
power.
But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, frankly, exhausted of Brett.
More than 70% of people.
Yep. No, I didn't understand a word she said, really. But Trump's running. Okay. Okay, Colin Rugg said new. Brett Baer asked Kamala Harris when she first noticed Joe Biden was mentally unstable after Harris tried claiming Trump was mentally unstable. Kamala says Trump's not stable. Baer said, when did you first notice Biden wasn't stable? Brutal. Let's have a listen.
But
You call
let's not
Donald
diminish
Trump.
the significance
you
of that.
call Donald Trump. He's misguided. You say now
He's
he
unstable.
is unstable.
He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room. And he has the judgment and the experience to do exactly what he has done in making very important decisions on behalf of the American people.
There were no concerns raised?
Brett, Joe Biden is not on the ballot.
I understand.
And
but
Donald Trump
But
is,
you talked about it.
And Donald Trump
after George
is,
Clooney said
and
within a
if
few
you
minutes of
watch
talking to President
Donald
Biden at a
Trump-
fundraiser that he thought this
Brett,
was not the same
Brett.
Joe Biden that we saw on the debate
Donald
stage.
Trump is on the ballot.
I understand.
Wow. If she thinks Joe Biden's
you
okay,
called-
she's definitely not. If she thinks Joe Biden's okay, she's definitely not fit to run for president herself. That's just my opinion. Marjorie Taylor Greene press release parody said breaking. CNN just exposed Kamala Harris for how bad her interview was by saying she had no answer for why Biden and Harris threw out Trump's executive orders, changed everything, then a flood of people came in. CNN has officially and completely turned on her. Well, maybe some of them have, I don't know.
No answer for why Biden and Harris threw out Donald Trump's executive orders and changed everything, and then a flood of people came in. An ounce of humility here would go a long way, and she doesn't have it in her to do it, and she has no real answer other than to blame Congress. And Brett was right. Democrats controlled everything when they took over, and so is she saying it's the Democrats' fault that The immigration system is broken. I don't understand this. I don't understand why she can't just say, hindsight here, we shouldn't have done it. I think the American people would actually accept it, but she won't do it. No answer for why Biden...
There you go. She has no answers for anything. Ask her a straight question. She cannot answer it. My God. Okay, his name is Liam Payne, the person who went out of a window, whether or off a balcony or whatever he did. One Direction, I think it is. The lead, I'm not sure if it's the lead singer of One Direction. Shadow of Ezra said a bizarre post on Liam Payne's Instagram featured symbols which look similar to FBI-identified word codes, pedo ones. Payne was seen destroying his laptop in the hotel lobby before he fell out of his window. There's a lot of questions about this. Matt Wallace said on the left is the picture of the girl who was with Liam Payne shortly before he fell to his death. On the right is a picture of a girl who was with Telegram founder Pavel Durov shortly before he was arrested. Is that the same person? Or honeypots? I don't know. They might look similar, but they aren't the same. Liam Payne's girlfriend is Kate Cassidy. Telegram founder Pavel Durov's partner is Julie Vavilova. They might look similar, but they aren't the same. I don't know. I think honeypot. Shadow of Ezra said One Direction's Liam Payne, who died after falling from a third floor of a hotel in Argentina, once shared a chilling encounter with Diddy and Jay-Z. He recalled his evil laugh that left him deeply unsettled, admitting that Diddy in particular was far more imitating than anyone might imagine. I'll have a listen.
I had that with P. Diddy. I went over to say hello to P. Diddy, and Jay-Z was there, and Leonardo DiCaprio was sat...
All right, I think you've dropped enough names. I think people thought Prince and Brian Ferry was good. We don't need to hear about other people who are in the room. Just stick on the people the story's about.
So I went over and I thought... I was trying to think who's the easy target in this scenario, who's the one that you go to say the hello, and I'm thinking... I saw him and get him to the Greek. I'm going to go over there and say hello to him. So I thought, P. Diddy. So I went out to shake his hand. And I shook his hand and I was like, oh, nice to meet you. And he's going, But the longest handshake ever. And I'm like sat there just looking in P. Diddy's eyes like, when is this going to end? And then the worst of it happened. There was a whole thing with Jay-Z and I went to lean in to speak to him. But you can't lean in to speak to Jay-Z. You're not allowed to lean in. And his bodyguard just like... shoved me like this, and I went flying across the room, and I was like, right, I'm just going to go and sit over here with Eddie Golden. Thank you, that's enough. Very awkward moment.
What did he know?
I had that with P. Diddy.
Joshua Yoon believes that, as predicted before, the rats are now cannibalising each other in order to survive. One less rat means one less worry for Diddy to deal with. The evil is truly atrocious, but the bad news is we, the people, are already awake. We see right through the desperation. This is another act of desperation. Those billionaires who are implicated in Diddy's freak-off parties abusing children are desperately trying to erase and destroy evidence of their evil engagement. This will not work. First and foremost, because God is on the move. Nothing can stop the move of God. Second, there are videotapes that the military has which no one can touch. The more they kill one of their own, the tighter the noose gets around their neck. Tighter and tighter. Now, I don't know. I think he may have had something on them. Or maybe not. Cyberdude said, ever notice that most celebrities' questionable death have attended Diddy's parties? Yeah, but what about, like, people like... A lot of people have fallen out windows. Or jumped out, allegedly. Okay, Greg Biffle. I did read that one, didn't I? Did I? Yep, I put that one on. This one. Just let me hang on one sec, because I've got further down, I've got a whole lot that I did not cover the other day. And I need to get to that stuff, because I believe there's important stuff there. Okay. I'm just going to let you see as I go through it because I believe you. I did the video the other day with all this in it, but there was something that Alex mentioned in the chat. It was way back. Oh, the helicopters. Okay, I'll put it on this first before I find them. The helicopters that went down in North Carolina and blew all their stuff away. Hang on, let me find it. Oh dear. Okay, I think I'm somewhere where I haven't been. Well, something that I haven't read. Okay. Juanita Broderick said Barry was a total flop. This is when he asked black men to vote for Kamala Harris. Obama wants black men to vote for Kamala Harris because she's black. Imagine if we asked white people to vote for Trump because he's white. Yeah, that would be very weird. Melania Trump parody said breaking Texas has passed a bill banning Islamic Sharia law and anything that contradicts American values. Oh, yes, I support that. Defiant Els said I almost spit out my coffee. Brian Krasenstein, I'm voting for Kamala Harris because. And Patrick Bet David said, because you're an idiot. Wall Street Silver said, I usually don't brag about my expensive trips, but I just got back from the grocery store. Yeah, that's an expensive trip these days. Opinionated black woman auntie said the Marek logic map. Community Notes would agree this is correct and factual information. Okay, let's have a little listen because this looks funny.
There's two inputs, Dawn and Laura's, my wife Laura. Okay, if I'm wrong and Laura's right, this is a really easy one. Laura's right. That's simple. Thank you very much. That one seemed obvious to me. Believe it or not, from here, it gets complicated. Okay, if we're both right, it doesn't matter. Laura's right. Thank you very much. That's the key. I would rather be happy than be right. That's what I'm thinking. If I'm right and Laura's wrong, doesn't matter. Laura's still right. And if we're both wrong, Donna's wrong. If you're a single guy, take out your phone and take a photo of this. You're going to need to know it someday. I'd rather be happy than be right. That's what I think.
That's quite funny, actually. That's not the way it's supposed to be, but that's how it is a lot. Just to keep the peace. Craig Kelly said, what type of sick, demented cult makes children freeze and denying them warmth? Although maybe they should call it Fossil Fuel Appreciation Day. Charlotte the Baroness said Blue Nose Day. Walsingham School, I think this is in the UK, dear parent caregiver, on Friday the 18th of October 2024, could be Australia, I don't know. On Friday the 18th of October 2024, our school will be taking part in a Blue Nose Day. This will entail the heating being turned off throughout the school day to conserve energy. We're doing this to help reduce our school's carbon footprint and raise the importance of being more sustainable. On the 18th of October, students should maintain the exact uniform standards as usual, but we're recommending they wear a black V-neck jumper if you already have one, or non-visible layers under their uniform, skins, vest, plain white T-shirt, extra thick socks. Please note hoodies will not be permitted and blazers should be worn. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any concerns. Well, I have concerns. They're going to freeze the children. This must be in the UK. Although our Australian politician has shared it. But yeah. How disgusting. They're going to make the kids freeze to help reduce the school's carbon footprint. If my school done that, I would keep my child home. Human Spective said new historic moment in Australia. This is the one that I can't play here, that I have to play on Rumble. Juanita Broderick said, holy shit, this is a Trump we love. What's this?
What does the Wall Street Journal know? I'm meeting with them tomorrow. What does the Wall Street Journal know? They've been wrong about everything. So have you, by the way. You've been wrong about
You're trying to turn this. You're trying to turn this.
You've been wrong.
No, you're trying to turn this into debate. There are business people.
But you're wrong. You've been wrong. You've been wrong all your life on this stuff.
I think I did play that one and this one. Hang on, let me go back further. I'll put it on camera while I do. Because it's way down. And if I can't find it, I'm going to search for it. Because it was disgusting watching the helicopters do that to the people of North Carolina. Okay, I've got to keep going. It's way down. I think I may have to search for it. Oh, here we've got again. Elon Musk said we've got to win, but once we do, we can cut the millions of strings like Gulliver, hold back the giant that is America. Howard Lutnick said, welcome to Doge. We will rip the waste out of our $6.5 trillion budget. Our goal, balance the budget of the USA. We must elect Donald Trump as president. See how there's Doge and stuff coming? Like, I'm serious, guys. Doesn't take much. And you can invest. I invested a couple of dollars, but I mean, that's not financial advice. I'm just not saying anything at all. Really? Where am I up to? Look how much I haven't got through. Look at all this that I haven't been able to get through. Should Australia become a republic? Yes, but under a constitutional republic like America. Okay. Have I shared this one? The opinionated black woman auntie said this old bastard needs a shiner to match the other one. What an evil man, not my Pope. TPV Sean said Pope Francis declares Jesus is a liar and Lucifer is the son of God. Pope Francis has said practicing pedos will go to heaven. Prophesying atheists will go to heaven, and Christianity must merge with Islam to become a one-world religion. This bloke, I love the Catholic people, okay? But this man, still his supporters bend over backwards to defend the indefensible. Now the Jesuit Pope has declared that Jesus is a liar, Lucifer is the son of the morning and is the son of God. Good luck defending him this time. Michelle Langlois said he's right. Jesus is Lucifer. No. Donald J. Trump said we're all now known all throughout the world as occupied America, but to everyone here in Colorado and across our nation, I make you this vow. November the 5th, 2024 will be Liberation Day in America. I will rescue Aurora and every town that's been invaded and conquered, and will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail or kick them the hell out of our country. In honour of Jocelyn Nungari, Laken Riley, Rachel Morin and all the others that are dead and mortally wounded at the hands of migrants who should never have been allowed in the country, I'm announcing today that upon taking office we will have an Operation Aurora at the federal level to expedite removals of this savage gang. I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 to target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. No person who has inflicted the violence and terror that Kamala Harris has inflicted on this community can ever be allowed to become president of the United States. And I believe he means the gangs with that one. This one here in Australia. Alexandra Marshall said, I saw on Outsiders that our courts and judges will have to take into account Islamic cultural sensibilities and Indigenous intergenerational trauma when sentencing people for the crime they committed, equal under the law. If they corrupt this, there is no civilization. Kobe Thatcher said, while Australia deals with the mass immigration and housing crisis, the government will offer 4,000 Ukrainians full citizenship. Can we stop turning this country into a dumping ground for the rest of the world's problems? That would be nice. Oz Integrity said United States of Australia. Of the people, by the people, and for the people. All deals and associations with the UN, the WHO, the WF abolished a sovereign country unto its own. What are your thoughts on this? And I think that's a very good idea. Okay. I have read them. Okay, let's go back to the camera while I search for the other ones. Oh, what was this? No, okay. No, I thought I saw something on, oh, what was it? Oh, the guy who was at the Parkland shooting that time. So he says, the guy, you know, who rode his little bike to the school or whatever it was. Okay, let me just see if I can scroll down far enough to find it. Maybe not. Maybe I'm going to have to search for it. Yep, we did that, we did that. I'm just doing this way so you guys don't get motion sickness. I'll get that instead. No, we're not going to get that. Oh, hang on. Nope, that's not it. I'm getting close, guys. I'm getting close. Because I've got some of it in there, some North Carolina stuff, but it's stuff I've already read. Come on, where are ya? Okay. Shadow of Ezra said a National Guard Chinook helicopter's low landing at a relief camp in western Northern Carolina resulted in over $100,000 in damages, ripping apart tents, supplies and vehicles and sending 3 people to the hospital. When confronted, the officer in charge gave a casual whoops and no details, leaving only the helicopter's tail number. Later, a public affairs officer stepped in to apologise and offer information for filing a complaint. Let's have a look. We can do without the music, okay. Why are they doing this? They're blowing everything on the ground. Like, there's another one as well, so this is not the only one. Creating havoc. Couldn't they have done it over in the field over there? Like, seriously. There was a field with trees to stop the debris and stuff from... And it would have stopped some of the wind too. See? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they're really trying to help, aren't they? Really, really trying to help. Okay, what's this one? No, okay. Okay, this one says, FEMA didn't supply any of this, Terrence K. Williams said. Kamala Harris didn't supply any of this. Biden didn't supply any of this. They're now taking credit for all the food and supplies the Hurricane Helene victims received. It's bull. I was on the ground, the church, community, non-profits, volunteers and Americans from all over donated food and supplies. I will not sit back and let them take credit for something they didn't do. Let it be known. Okay, so that's what the Americans did. It's not what FEMA or the government did. This is people helping the people. Il Donaldo Trumpo said we're releasing the list, baby, because when Trump gets in, he has promised to release the Epstein names. The NOAA has deleted its Nextradar radar product page to hide what's going on, what it's doing to Milton. Major cover-up underway at the government after they were busted geoengineering. Even China has officially declared George Soros a global terrorist. The Libertarian Party won a record 10 seats in New South Wales local government elections. Well, I hope they're not like the Teals. And one of our senators here in Australia even said jet fuel can't melt steel beams. Scotland has chopped down, Peter Sweden said Scotland's chopped down 14 million trees to make way for a wind turbine farm. Now the British government will invest £22 billion in machines that capture carbon from the air. A tree will do that. You know the very thing trees do for free? Clown World. Okay, where else? Here we are. Okay, this actually happened to a distribution site we supplied in WNC. The United Cajun Navy said y'all were really trying hard to stay out of the conspiracy space, but some people aren't making it easy. So this actually happened to a distribution site we supplied in WNC. Make it make sense, please. Okay, let me just... What in the hell are they doing? Like, seriously. Anyway, that's it for today on here. Okay. So, Shannon said, passenger today going to the Bend International Raceway to watch the drag races. Well done, Shannon. Have fun. Alex said, in wake of today's bleak court ruling in UK of it now being illegal to pray and say God bless in public, I've just released a new song about faith and God. Here's the link if anyone would like to see. Beyond the Boundaries. Country folk and anthemic synth mix. You know what I've got written on my shirt? Oh, that way. Turn it sideways and you've got faith. Funny that. Song about faith and God, Alex. Okay. And Alex also said, hey, Hev and everyone, the world gets crazier by the day. And Deb's in here. Shannon said, get much thunder Thursday night, Debs? Deb said, yeah, Shannon, 2 days are very moist and rock and rollin'. And J1 said, hi, Heaven crew, how you going, J1? Deb said, I was talking to Timmy and he said Adelaide is moist. Oh, God love you. God love Timmy too. Oh. And Carl, how you going, Carl? Conchega said Deb moist would be putting it mildly. Deb said, I'm really enjoying this drive with Hev. I've got to make a new one where the windscreen's cleaner. And it just jumped, so there you go. We'll go back as far as we can here. Oh. How far back can I get on this one? Okay. I'm going to read from this one. D. Lee said, it's so sad that many of us are closer to the people in this chat than our own families. It is, isn't it? It really is. How you going, D. Lee? SW, how you going? Zal, how you going? Who else have we got in here? That's all I can see at the moment. Okay. Deb said washing. SW said 2024 year of the dragon, year of the drag queen, more like it. Alex said, I agree. I'm so glad I have you all. I don't know what I would have done without you all over the past few years. We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me and brothers. Conchega said this is version 3 of Zelensky. He was replaced with clones. And Shannon said, hello, all back on the road. SW said, I'm getting distracted by this chat. I must focus on what Hev's saying already. And Zal said, Ukraine was the biggest child trafficking centre in Europe, as well as the Kabul Centre for Biowarfare, human body parts, farming, money laundering. There is a huge city under Kiev. Yeah, allegedly, yeah, Zal. That's another, it's a lot of money washing, you know. That's why our countries are sending money over there. They get it washed, they get it back in their pocket. And Zelensky bought 2 yachts with it, you know, so he's doing well. Young Mark Goldridge said feather burner. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if they would be, I don't know. They were on a sponsorship from CNN, though. That just makes me all bells ringing everywhere. You know, those ones. And that was around the time that Sean Atwood did the prank video, and then these people all popped up, and yeah, full of shit. But anyway. Oh, dear. Okay, Conchega Yowie said, SW, you're a Gemini, deal with it. What? Oh, getting distracted by the chat. Okay, I got it. D-Lee said, SW, I'm the same. If I focus on chat, I don't focus on Hev. I don't hear Hev if I focus on chat, sorry. Yep. Deb said, like in class. Sal said, when Russia came into Ukraine, the war was over within a week and it went underground and there was a massive battle fought under Kiev. Russia prevailed. Yeah, in the meantime, they're just doing the washing, you know. Shanna said, I'm passenger today. Stop for a meat pie with sauce. Yum. Alex said, we must multitask. Zal said, Joy Reid has culturally appropriated the hair colour. I thought she appropriated Donald Trump's hair for a while there. D-Lee said, I can only do one thing at a time. Me too, I can't multitask. You know what multitask does for you? You don't concentrate fully on any one thing you're doing because you're too busy concentrating on multiple things you're doing. So you don't give anything your full focus. I don't believe in multitasking myself personally. Unless you've got kids and you're trying to like cook and deal with them at the same, like, you know, that kind of multitasking, yeah. But not when, you know, if it's really important, you've got to focus on what you're doing. Deb said, I was watching a real good movie. Conchega said, Shannon, yummo. Yeah, pie and sauce, yum. Meat pie. Zal said, what you're seeing on TV is all stage set in Ukraine. Yeah, exactly. That's what I think too. Zal said, Joy Reid is totally unhinged. Geoloft said, hello, love. Hello, everyone. I've got heaps from Geoloft in my notifications. And I will be able to get to them today to show them to you tomorrow, now that I've gone through all the stuff. I thought I had too much, so I didn't bookmark them ones yet, Geoloft, and I've probably missed a few that Geoloft tagged me in, but that's because there was so much news coming out, I couldn't even get through the whole thing in an hour and a half or 2 hours. Alex said, Christian playing in public has just been made illegal. In the UK, I suppose a Christian country, I'd get out there and start praying. Arrest me, you suckers. I wanted to put an F in instead of the S, but, you know. J1 says, Zal, she has no culture and is hardly appropriate. Good one, J1. You have arrived, Shannon, have you? 7 minutes ago, Shannon has arrived. Okay. Deb said, and while watching the movie, old fella had Pink Floyd playing so loud I was surprised. I enjoyed both. That's pretty cool. I like Pink Floyd. Zal said 100%, J1. Geolof said, hey there, Alex. And D-Lee. Shannon said, may lose signal. Conchega said it's the bankers' wars trying to fill their coffers before it shuts down. Trump is still the commander-in-chief. The military are in control, always have been. Yeah, that money's going to come back. You know that, don't you? It will. It's just that we're struggling in the meantime while they're doing all this BS. And, you know, I believe that the US is just offered more for Ukraine too after not giving North Carolinian people. The North Carolina people, they've given them $750, and that maybe alone may not be actual giving it to them. They may have to pay that back. So how do they got money? If they haven't got money for emergencies, okay, how have they got money to send to other countries? Like Lebanon and Ukraine, and where else are they sending it to? Israel, Hamas. They were funding Hamas for a while there, even though in the Western countries they're a known terrorist organisation. Hezbollah too. Okay. Deb said, yes, Pelosi filmed it all. Yeah, J6. SW said, crazy Nancy. GLF said, hey there, Deb. Sal said, it's a stage show using smoke and mirrors, Conchega. Shannon said, electoral colleges, bitches. Exactly. You have to, because you've got to represent the smaller states and the farmers. If they just went on votes, then the Democrats would get in because of their states. They get more people in. Do you get it? They also, the more people they get in, the more delegates they get. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Alex said, not long before God returns to slam his hammer down. Hey, Deb J, how you going? Hey, all. Oh, a late fee. Oh, my. No, you don't have to, Deb. I promise you. That's Shannon, okay? Mainly Shannon. Because he's the one who asks everyone else for a late fee so he can pay the late fee. Conchega said, I agree, but some do not have a clue. Sal said, more lies from Joy Reid. She already knows this has happened to Pelosi, Schiff. What has happened to Pelosi and Schiff, etc. Yeah, what makes a good movie? Great actors, including Zelensky, I believe. Alex said, hey, Deb, never too late. And Deb R said, hey, Deb J. SW said, pencil neck got arrested. Who cares, seriously? Yeah, I don't care if pencil neck Schiff gets arrested. Dealey said, hello, Deb 2.0. Conchega said, Deb J, just a couple of bikini shots. Should see you clear. Oh, Conchega. You don't do that. Deb said, twin Debs in the house. Alex said, straight to the point. J1 said, to the point. Yeah, that lady, she was straight to the point, very short, said what needed to be said and was off. Conchega said, Deb, would make 3 with my Deb. Oh, God love you, Deb. Dob. Deb Richardson said, perfect timing, Deb J. Sherry, how you going, Sherry? I don't have my iPhone anymore. I gave it to my son, gave it to him. He bought it off me for whatever was left that I had to pay for it. Otherwise, you might hear Siri saying something back. Remember, Sherry? When I used to say, hey, Sherry, how you going? My Siri would talk, thinking I was saying, hey, Siri. Conchega said, Zal, we do our best. SW said, Zal is a good Boy Scout. Deb said, yes, so cool, we have triplets. Triple Debs. Zal said, why isn't anyone in the crowd calling out the trannies playing women's sports? I don't know. Deb said, why do we have separate sports in the first place? There's a reason. Alex said, they love people transitioning, but hey, if they try and detransition, they're demonised. Funny that, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yep, I've heard of a few detransitioners who say as much. Sal said, throw out the gender science, simple. Deb said, haha, you would... Hang on. I think there's something missing here. Oh, Deb J said, haha, you wouldn't want that, Conchega, that ship has sailed. God love you. Conchega said, Deb, I coach rugby league and I played. I'm 6'4" and 116 kilo. Run at me. Zal said, Deb asked, so women should play rugby league with the men, eh? SW said, all of us, we've all been screwed. Deb said, yes, look at all the things do for the black man, and now you think they're important? That they don't do for the black man, yeah. They were demonising them. J1 said, it certainly is a spiritual war. The air is thick. SW said, what you talking about, Willis? Zal said, are you losing it, Debar? J1's laughing. Zal said, the black guy is nailing it, all about Camoto. Yep. Delia said, but nothing for the people of North Carolina. Alex said, I think there should be a separate league. If they are so determined to play sports just because they call themselves a woman, doesn't mean they lose the strength of being a man, then beating a woman. Yeah, did you hear years ago about the, was it wrestlers or boxers? Oh, one guy split this girl's head. Yeah. Well done. I hope he's happy with himself. Sal said, only the $750 you got to pay back, D-Lee. Alex said, that's so wrong. D-Lee said, exactly, Zal. Conchega said, D-Lee, yes, there is a new lithium mine. Sal said, Joe rocks Biden. Alex said, I was playing that earlier. Plenty of money for other countries, but no help for our own people, D-Lee. Conchega said, Zal, read the very small print as they can take all your assets if it's not paid back. I heard now they're offering people money less than what it's worth to buy their properties in North Carolina. Conchega said, Zal, read the very... Oh, yeah, I did read that. Zal said, same for every predominantly white nation, Alex. Alex said, it's a bloody joke and not a very funny one, Zal. D-Lee said they have nothing left. Conchega. Zal said, Conchega, just identify as a Venezuelan gang member, put your hand out and start receiving. D-Lee said, is this recent from Joe Biden? What, him signing the executive orders? No, that was just after he got in. If that's what you're talking about, the executive orders, that was from when he got in 2020, 2021. Conchega said, D-Lee, I know it was a grab raid, same as Kangaroo Island, South Australia, massive lithium deposit, and then they tried to burn them out. Alex said, did anyone see the video of the chopper flying down and wrecking a refuge spot in North Carolina and then flew off? Disgusting. Yeah, the second helicopter flew off. The first one was the Chinook. The second one ended up flying off. Deb said, yes, they use and disrespect people. Then they think they can pretend to be nice to you to support more abuse. Conchega said, Zal, pathetic, eh? They're reading the script and adhering to it. Plenty of hemp rope about to be introduced. D-Lee said, yes, I saw that, Alex. Zal said, watching Rox Biden sign those bills should be showing people that it was already predetermined by those pulling Biden and Harris's strings behind the scene. Showing Joe Biden signing those executive orders was just to show you what the last 4 years have been like. If you want more of it, by all means, vote Harris. God help us if anyone does. That's what they're about. They want to destroy everyone who's already in the country and have all new people in there that'll vote for them only. They'll make sure it happens. Conchega said, that's not DJT. That is an actor. Alex said, it's okay. Trump is going to win and hand out Rolo fruit pastels according to my dream last night. Talking about dreams last night, oh my God. I had a dream last night, right? A couple of them. Real vivid dreams too. One was I was at the bottom of out on the road of my house here, right? And I don't know why, but my mum was in a car up in the top of my driveway. And she got out of the car and started walking down the driveway. And I swear to God, she just head first onto the road. It was a dream, right? It's not real. It didn't actually happen to my mum, but geez. The feeling I got was like my stomach dropped. I jumped out of the car. I was running to her, and then the dream ended. I didn't see what happened, but I heard the sound of her hitting the road. oh my God, it woke me up this morning and I was like, I don't feel so good today for some reason. That wasn't very good at all. And then I had another dream where all these, I want to say meerkats, were standing at my window. And there were baby ones that were so tiny you couldn't really see them. Like they would have been like less than the size of my hand. It was weird. I had some weird-ass dreams last night. What was going on? By the way, my bed's on the floor now. My mattress is on the floor. I couldn't continue sleeping with the tabletop between my base and my mattress because my mattress was going like that. So, anywho, that's probably why I had weird dreams. I was on the floor. Zal said, why isn't Diana speaking English? Deb said, yes, even Trump said he has doubles. Conchega said, Alex, our version was called Pascal. Yeah, I love them. Fruit pastels. Fruit pascals. Zal said, Alex, what, no chocky ones? Alex said, it's horrible. They're just leaving those people to die all because of lithium, I heard, Dealey. Kai said, hey, everyone, dropping a thumb before hitting the shower. Got a video up to skip to the end of another one tomorrow around noonish. I was thinking about you, Kai. I've got to sub again to all you guys because every time I get deleted, almost everyone I was subbed to disappears and I have to re-go and sub to everybody. Thank you, though, Kai. God love you. Conchega said, Deb, one clone was killed. Sherry said, if you live in America, you must learn to speak English. They make us learn Spanish. I believe that too. I do. Zal said, Alex, FEMA are confiscating the donated supplies and preventing people from going to help those stranded. Geoloff said, the word on the street is that the population of northwestern Carolina are being offered full buyouts well below market price, similar to the victims in Lahaina, Hawaii. Also, FEMA is still slow walking. There you go. Alex is saying hello to everyone. Dealey said, Cobra Kai, the warriors in the chat. Flyby Stew said, hi, Donald. Can you help? Yeah, I'm going to teach you how to rub two sticks together. Alex said, you never know. We're doomed if Kamala gets in. Oh, God help us if she does. No, she's not. Oh, Trump's going to win. That's how I'm looking at it. Has to happen. Sal said, Trump has to majorly purge all the levels of society of all the embedded minions. A new night of the long knives has to happen. Conchega said, G.L. Loft. Same happened on the east coast of Oz. They didn't like the price offered, declined the offer. Then they proceeded to burn them out and flood them out, so now it's worth zilch. Yeah, and Conchega, they would not insure the people there anymore because it's a bushfire-prone zone. Does that mean where I live is no longer insured? This is a bushfire-prone area. Imagine if they start doing that. I bet you that's one of the steps. Get everyone into 15-minute cities. Sorry, I nearly choked on myself then. D. said, hey, Kai, I noticed you were live on YouTube earlier. I'll check it out after this one. I've got to go. I've got to sub to Kai again. And a few others in here. Sherry said, there are thousands unalived in NC and they're lying about the numbers as they always do. Kai said, okay, getting away. I've got to go. Have a good one, Kai. Much love, Tony and Kai. Conchega said, Alex, she is not a national nor born there as a US citizen. No, Kamala's apparently Canadian. SW said, surf's up, Kai, get that wave. Alex said, love and God bless to you and Tony. See you soon, Kai. J1 said, red flags, incoming election. I wonder what they have in store. It's going to be nuts the next couple of weeks. Absolutely nuts. And Sal's saying, "G'day, Flyby Stu. Hey, Flyby Stu, are you in here? Yes, you are." There you go. Alex said that's not stopped her acting like she owns the place, though. Conchega Yowie. Deb said no respect for the people from Obama. Did you mean? Geoloff said the US military National Guard are working their asses off, helping everyone they can, clearing, building roadways, clearing mud out of people's houses. Oh, good. Good. The US military National Guard are doing it. Excellent. Flyby Stu said, "No, then Alex Dealey, sorry I'm late, but I'm here." That's cool. Better late than never. Alex said they're definitely going to try something. They're so desperate, like all our countries, going to rack and ruin J1. Alex said, "Never too late, Flyby." SW said, you have a beautiful voice. So smooth, isn't he? He was, God love him. Gotta love Trump. Conchega said, "Alex, they've started here. They smashed my old hometown with 226-kilometre winds that smashed the power grid, wrecked thousands of crops along its way." SW said, "I've never tried that line." Alex said, "For sure, all the world's a stage, Conchega." Zal said, "Alex, whichever play the good guys will action in the coming month, what is coming is the end of the world as we all know it. Don't panic when it starts. Just resonate love within your heart. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. No matter what happens, we're okay." Conchega said, "SW bubbleheads couldn't remember the line for a start." Zal's trying to read out how the unless you break the unco from the mofo, Shannon, the automated voice reads it uncomofo. SW said, "You have beautiful eyes as a heart melter." Geloff said, "Conchega, the corporate state in bed with the state is the worst possible prescription the people could be given, greedy bastards." SW is laughing at Shannon. And Deb has got all the little, what do they call? Little celebratory emojis. And says Shannon. Alex said, "Sorry to hear that. We are supposed to be getting another massive storm here. I don't think it's by accident, Conchega." Deb said, "I am deaf now." Did I play something really loud? Alex said, "Awesome, Shannon." Geoloff said, "What?" Deaf, what? Conchega said, "Geoloff, no separation of power, all commercial and all caps, legal fictions." Sal said, "Kamala Toe and everyone behind her are the real enemies within." That's what she's panicking because she knows she's in trouble. And she's trying to turn it around and say it's the American people that they're going after. No, it's not. Dealey said, "Every time Kamala opens her mouth, all she does is badmouth Trump and doesn't answer the questions." Yep. All she's got is, "But Trump. But Trump. But Trump." Do you know how many times I've heard "but Trump" in the last few years? Conchega said, "Alex, all forms of these ferocities are of artificial nature and man-made initiated." And Deb said, "Blah, blah, blah." Camel toe. Sal said, "Camel toe is very, very worried. The gallows are calling." Alex said, "I don't think it's long now. I think it's about to kick off. And apart from my mini meltdown earlier, I think I'm ready for it, Zal." Flyby said, "Hey, get low. Kamala's got the shits again. For fuck's sake." Zal said, "It won't be the US military." J1 said, "The end is nigh." Zal said, "It's a democracy that Kamala Toe is part of." Demonocracy. Deb said, "She's a mess." Sherry said, "Oh my goodness, she makes me so angry with her lies. He didn't say anything like that. He said the deep state, not the American people." Exactly. The enemy within. He's talking about the people who are in power, who are enemies of the United States of America, because look what they're doing to it. Same as ours. We've got enemies within our government. Alex said, "I agree. I saw the radar of a plane circling right before that huge storm, Conchega." SW said, "Is it the end or the start?" Flyby Stu said, "Zal, you're right on the money, lol." Conchega said, "Zal, there was a train shown that was over 5 miles long, only had tanks. That is a message being sent. Alex said, Kamala's voice is like nails on a chalkboard. Sal said, SW, the end of the world as you know it, the start of your liberation. That's exactly right. Deb said, 9:23 a.m. Adelaide, South Australia, not moist today. J1 said, SW in the middle, I think. Alex said, horrible creature. Deb said, turn everything they say back at them. Sal said, Conchega, the military groups that will do the purge and next lockdown will come from above. SW said they really do only have tiny little pea brains. GLF said she sounded like a pouting little 9-year-old girl during that interview. You could almost see the little arms crossed, stomping that foot down in desperation. Deb said, no matter, it's always not them. Sal said, Conchega and from underground. Alex said, funny how the US was much better off and no new wars were declared when Trump was in power, just saying. Dealey said, yes, Geoloft, and Deb had the little, it was buffering at one point for Deb. Conchega said, Zal, they have been securing hotels in the cities, and one military contact said they will come from them, not the helicopters and ship, they were already on the ground. Alex said, haha, he didn't have a clue what she was on about. Deb said, oh my God, they gaslight the people. Sal said, what the fuck is Kamalato talking about? It's been Bush, Clinton and Obama before Trump predominantly, all seeking to institute the NWO, the New World Order. Alex said, she's the unhinged one. Dealey said, yes, Sal. SW said, a horse is bolted, definitely not in the stable. Gaslighting projection 101. And Deb said, buffering is camel toe. Flyby Stew said, don't light a match for fuck's sake. Sal said, got to go get a cuppa back soon, peeps. Dealey said, I agree, Hev. Kamala thinks Joe's fit and she definitely ain't fit to be president. Definitely not. Alex said, 3 sheets to the wind, Biden. Deb said, and denied that border was open. Conchega said, anyone from Alberta, Canada. SW said, echo chamber, the lights are burning bright but nobody's home. Sal said, I bet the One Direction guy wasn't playing ball with the residual nasties. That's what I think. Alex said, I immediately thought something was off about Liam Payne's death when I saw it. Apparently said they made him do things he didn't want to do. I reckon he was going to open his mouth. And they knew it. So they've offed him. Conchega said, Zal, witness to P. Diddy. Alex said, I felt the same about him like I did with Whitney, something not right at all. And Deb said, yes. Alex said, immediately. SW said, Russell Brand went into a freak-off, his spruiking about being woke, married to a Rothschild. Yep. Russell Brand was apparently in there too. D. Lee said, when any death makes the news, there's an alternative reason. SW said, awake, not woke. Exactly. Deb said, bigger you are, the harder you fall. Conchega said, yes, SW, he's one, a Rothschild, that is. Alex said, like loads of them who die too soon in weird circumstances, those who try and escape it or call it out end up at a messy end. Yeah, like I believe they do that to the, like Robin Williams. Okay, how far back can I get? Oh, pretty good. That's pretty good. Where am I up to, though? Okay. SW said, keeping it in the family. Geoloff said, Zal, Liam did himself. He didn't accidentally fall from the balcony. He stood at the corner edge, contemplating, looking up at the sky, climbed over the rail and did a dead hang for a moment and then let go. Did he? Where did you hear that, Geoloft? Can you point me to that? Can you tag me in something on Twitter? Conchega said, Alex, it's called the Rommel death. They die with their integrity and legacy still intact. There you go. Alex said he smashed the back of his skull, which makes me think he fell or was pushed backwards and didn't jump. Deb said, warning maybe, Dealey? Alex said there were apparently 2 women in his room at the time as well. Conchega said, Alex, 3, counting it. Deb said they are given a choice. Alex said, I said the other day, I wonder who would be the October sacrifice, the day before the full moon too. Conchega said, leading up to the busy period, Halloween. Geoloff said Liam landed on the hood of a car 3 stories down. The people, 2 women and a man that were in the room. One of the women did try to get out to the balcony but didn't in time. The others didn't do much at all. SW said sad but true that. Deb said yes, Alex, you are spot on. We could expect more. J1 said a bug sandwich with that. SW said that was the Hello wash blowing all the stuff everywhere. Yep. The helicopter. Yep. Alex said it used to be illegal in the UK workplace for the temperature to be below 16 degrees Celsius, 60 Fahrenheit, let alone to make school children partake in a freeze-to-death day. Take your children out of school. SW said, nah, they can all F off. That would be another excuse to screw us over. Alex said the Pope is a monster and the Vatican is a pit of hell. I love the Catholic people, right? But the Vatican and the Pope, I don't know. Deb said Fatima prophecy that the church is evil. Yeah, well, there was one that they never let out, apparently. There was 3 of them. The Fatima prophecy was 3 prophecies. And the third one they kept a secret. Alex said there'll probably be a few more. It's their main sacrifice month, Conchega. Conchega said, Alex, we did our last 2. They were homeschooled. One has a BA in education and linguistics, and the youngest son is in Canada teaching online security for terrorism in Alberta unis. Well done, Conchega. Alex said, God bless you for protecting your children, Conchega Yowie. Deb said, did she just say Australia? Which one? What are we talking about now? Conchega said, Alex, this month and leading to Christ Mass is the main period, Christmas is the main period according to their satanic calendar. Dealey said, good job parenting, Conchega. Yep, you and your missus, well done. Conchega said, Alex, the kudos go to my amazing partner of 42 years. Yep, the missus. God love her. She done well then. Alex said, I heard the main reason for the striking at the docks was because the workers could hear children screaming in the trailers. Not sure how true that is, though. Alex said, I also heard it might be because they want to go fully automated with robots. Alex said, I saw videos of the military there, though. Oh, interesting. D. Lee said, hey, I haven't heard anything about dock workers in a while. Are they still striking? No, they quit after like 3 days. Not quit the job. I mean, they stopped striking after a few days. They worked out something. Conchega said, D. Lee, I left high school just shy of 15. We want a better start to life than what we had for our children. Exactly. Alex said, yes, that's the video. Wrecking the refuge spot. How dare they? Just flew off. SW said they disembarked in 45 and no one spoke and no one smiled. There were too many spaces in the line. Gathered at the Centinfold, agreed with the hand on heart to sheath the sacrificial knives. Deb said, I thank Hev and Hevites. I am so much more informed and have better knowledge than I did before Hev. I think I would have lost my mind. Yeah, well, I would have been sitting here yelling at my phone. If I didn't get on the internet, right, I'd be saying all this into my phone. You fucking liar. You fucking bullshit artist. You know, that's what I would be doing at my phone if I wasn't here. Alex, I was going to say that's a different one to what I've seen, so this appears to be happening across the board. Deb said, deliberate sabotage. Flyby Stu said, you just woke my neighbours up, for fuck's sake. Pack it in with the volume just after midnight here. Sorry, what did I play that was really loud? I was watching the desktop audio here. Maybe something come in really loud and I didn't realise. Alex said, anyone with the brain knows that rotor blades create loads of downwind. Deb said, yes to the people power and no government. Alex said, I agree, Deb. Alex said, about bloody time, release the list of pedo names. Mrs. out to lunch. How you going? Hello, chat family. Hope everyone's doing well. God love ya. Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. Conchega said, SW, love the Final Cut album. There's another version with an extra song we did not get in Oz. And Alex said, hey, Mrs. out to lunch. Fred loves Donna. Deb said, Titanic, biggest ocean ship, could not be sunk, and a building built to withstand at 747 was taken down by a 747. Go figure. I get you. The building that was meant to withstand a 747 hitting, it was taken down by a 747. Yeah. Gerloff said, beware the Abrahamic family house is already built in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, UAE. All faiths have representation except for Christianity. J1 said, Yowie, get your filthy hands off my desert. SW said, me too, Yowie. The gunner's dream is a ripper as Fletcher Memorial. And Deb said, hey, Mr. Out to Lunch, we love Fred and Donna. Conchega said, SW, 2 Sons and the Sunset. I wanted played at my funeral. And Deb's giving a rose to Mrs. Out to Lunch. Alex said, that's the one I say, normal chopper, not a Chinook. It makes it worse, though, that they did it more than once. SW said, J1, that's it, bravo. D. Lee said, that's awesome, Conchega Yowie, what you did at 15 and with the same partner and great kids too. Conchega said, flyby Stu, maybe look at the level on your end. Alex said, bloody lovely hoodie, Hev Mac. You are welcome to play my song at the end if you want. Pick me for a pick me up for everyone. And thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. D. Lee said, and Don loves Fred. Deb said 9:51 a.m. Adelaide. Deb said, yes, I would love to hear your music from Alex. Flyby Stu. Oh, God love you, Shannon.
Uncomofo tipped $10. Not being able to pay attention fee.
Oh, God love you. Oh, I'm having trouble too, paying attention. And I'm here, focused. Flyby said, Deb, what day are you on? Conchega said, Dealey, I'm one of 8 kids. Dad got smashed on the mine and spent more time in hospital than home. Mum had 3, then twins, then triplets. We needed more food on the table. Oh, wow. Alex said, Faith. Yeah, I wonder where Faith is. We haven't seen Faith for a long time. I hope Luna's doing well too. And Menacing Muskrat. And, oh, there's heaps. Oh, there's heaps. I can't even get everyone's name. But I hope everyone's okay out there. Deb said that's why they're scared of losing Ukraine. Alex said, I spent all day making it because I had such a terrible start to the day, Deb. Oh, God love you, Alex. SW's got hope, and Alex said love, and Deb's put hearts up for Alex. D. said, if you don't know, our own Alex here has a cool YouTube channel with awesome feel-good sights and sounds. She does. She makes music. Is that what you do? I'm pretty sure that's what you do. And it's beautiful. And Sybil, how you going, Sybil? Hi there, Hev. Emergency plumbing with the shop vac. Held me up. Much love. God love ya. SW said, Alex, yes, you beat me to the most important of the 3. Alex said, God bless you, D. Lee. D. Lee said, Conchega, what, any chance your kids are twins? Incredible life story. Conchega said, on the pie subject, be careful of the Pie Face brand as they display their contents with their art. Alex said, hey, Sybil, sending you love and prayers. Hope you got it sorted. Deb said, did Shannon get a dead eye with sauce? Yeah, meat pie with sauce. Deb said, very interesting, Conchega Yowie. Alex said, that's why I made the song. No one will tell me I can't pray. I'll die on my feet fighting for my faith. D. Lee said, Nasara Jasara. SW said, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonour others. It's not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. There you go. Conchega said, D. Lee, no, all singles. We had 2 ectopic pregnancies along the way and nearly lost my partner twice. The youngest is 30 this year. I thank God she pulled through twice. God love yous. Deb said, I hope Luna and Heather and Jade are all going well. Deb said, so true, SW. SW said, I fly off the handle in 0.0007 seconds. D. Lee said, right on, SW, my favourite verse in that book. Alex said, me too, sending them all love and prayers, Deb. SW said, me too, D. Lee. D. Lee said, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Shannon said, very loud here, sorry. That's okay, Shannon. I expect it to be loud. It's drag racing. Dealey said, Shannon, you're back. Oh, nearly burnt the mic. Alex said, love you, Shannon. And laughing. Alex said, still here even when you're at the track, Shannon. Geoloff said, keep in mind, FEMA is not out of funds. The GAO, Government Accounting Office, did a full audit. They found that FEMA has $8+ billion in operational funds on hand. Sherry said, yeah, I remember Siri, Hev. Yep, and Deb remembers Siri. Shannon said, yep, hard to hear. We'll watch again later. God love you. Alex said, I refuse to use the iPhone my brother got me apart from photography. I read the TNC and it's not good. Exactly. They'll probably take your photos too. Copy them somewhere. Deb J said, Deb R, I'm watching 2 Pink Floyd concerts tonight. Love them. Oh, God love you. Shannon said, not Hev's fault this time, lol. J1 said, I asked Siri why I have trouble with women. She replied, I'm Alexa, you bloody creep. That's a good one, J1. GLF said, the SBA, Small Business Administration, is flat broke. Supposedly, they need a GAO audit too. GAO audit too. Alex said, I save the images to the device and that's it. Deb said, Shannon will always lurk if he's not in the chat. Alex is laughing at J1's joke. Deb said, awesome, Deb J. SW said, message deleted, message deleted. SW said, go, Deb, I'm going to play the final. See you in the NT. Ops cut. D. Lee said, hey, GLF, thanks for sharing the news with Hev. I don't have Twitter. Always thank Hev and will need to thank you. GLF said, keep in mind government officials will always conflate working budget with capital net, hoping the people are none the wiser. Just like FEMA tried to pull, we don't have any money left in our budget. There you go. SW said, yes, Geo, thank you. Sybil said, oh, God bless you, Hev. Alex said, dreams are funny old things. I've been having strange dreams for years. I'm having some really weird dreams. There was another one, but I can't remember the third one. D. Lee said, Geolof, do you still have your YouTube channel? Yes, Geolof, do you still have yours? Sybil said, hi there, Deb and Alex, much love. Geolof said, no problem, guys. Always look for news and posts that are flying under the radar because that's the stuff that really matters. I have feelers out everywhere. Everywhere. That's why I love Geoloft. Always tagging me in important news stuff, and we'll have a good stream tomorrow as well. Deb said, how are you at getting up from the lower bed? Not too bad if I roll onto my hands and knees first. Oh, Menacing Muskrat's here. How you going, Menacing Muskrat? SW said, I used to get haunted with nightmares until I flipped the script on them. Now I enjoy them and always win like a super dilbert. Deb said, hey, Menacing Muskrat. Geolof said, D-Lee, yes, I still have the channel, fingers crossed. I'll have to go on a sub to a few people here. Flyby Stu said, yo, Menacing Muskrat. D-Lee said, it's very much appreciated, Geolof, because truth matters always. J1 said, Muskrat. SW said, Menacing Muskrat, Muskie. And Deb said, thank you, Geoloft. And D-Lee said, Muskrat. Alex said, I nearly caved to signing up to Twitter again yesterday, but resisted. It's annoying. You just can't view posts without signing up. I don't trust Elon despite his charming facade. Something feels off. I don't know. I'm fine with it. Alex said, hey, Menacing Muskrat. And Sybil. D-Lee said, I better check with that I'm still subscribed. I haven't been notified in a bit. Alex said, you always share loads of great news, Geoloft. Shannon said, where's Randy? The drag bikes are on. He would be jealous. Yeah, I hope Randy's doing all right too. SW said, yes, Alex, I don't trust PayPal mogul who thinks he's a rocket scientist and worthy of worship. Deb said, put up the channels, please. Alex, can you put a link to your channel, Geoloft's channel, and I Am Kai's channel? Is there anyone else in here who has a channel? Lee said, I don't trust Musk either, Alex. Deb said, much love, Kai and Tony. SW said, sometimes I don't even trust myself. Yeah. There you go. Deb said, Stu is flying today. GLoff said, Lee, I do believe the truth matters. People need an open source intelligence system. Everything I post is open source. The only time I will sit on an item is when it would harm troops or movements. Alex said, there's something very dodgy about him. I thought that before he dressed up in a Baphomet costume, Lee. Menacing Muskrat said, it's going to be rough and crazy from November through January when Trump is actually recognised. Yes. Lee said, lots of friends having problems with PayPal lately. Rumour is AI is now running PayPal. No people? Oh, no. Flyby said, Deb, I've just landed. Menacing Muskrat said, prep up during these months. Alex said his dad is strange too. Deb said, I've found that Hev and the Hev family has been a lot cheaper than the psychologist. That's why I love giving to Hev. Oh, God love you. Yeah, it's cheaper here than the psychologist. I don't charge anything at all. The only problem is I might send you crazy out. No, I'm kidding. SW said, so true, I'd make a great singer if only I could remember the lines. Lee said, doesn't his dad own an emerald mine in Africa, Alex? Alex said, they're all bloody weirdos, let's face it. We're living in a world full of sick bastards who want to control us all. Sal said, we won't be calling it January by next year, Menacing Muskrat. Your world will be nothing like it is presently. Deb said, yes, something was loud. Cynthia said, what up, Australia? How you going, Cynthia? Good to see ya. SW said, I can't even control myself. Forget about trying to control others. Alex said, I was going to say his dad is a weirdo too. Scores of children just like Elon. They want to spread their filthy seed? I don't know. You know, the population's declining. We need children. As many children as we can. Zal said, come on, peeps. 13 thumbs up and 13 watching. Smack that like. Cynthia said, love you all. Hev, you look gorgeous as always. God love you. Thank you. Yeah, smack that like it's a naughty child. No. No, that was the wrong thing to say. Oh, I don't know. Smack it like it's hot. There you go. Cynthia said, love you all. Hev, you look gorgeous. Oh, I read that one. Don't read it again or my head won't fit out the door. Alex said, does anyone remember hearing about Epstein's supposed child farm wanting to have loads of children with slave women? I do remember that one. J1 said, trope roasting Kamala and Dems at the dinner was hilarious. Yeah, I'm going to have some clips of that by tomorrow, I'm sure. SW said, good one, Zal. Menacing Muskrat said, we can have an election here in British Columbia. If the Conservative Party wins here, it'll be 96 years since they won here. Prayers, please. Oh, my goodness, Menacing Muskrat. I'm praying for you guys in Canada. Really. Alex said, love you too, Cynthia. Sherry said, I did the thumbs up, Zal. GLoff said, Alex, did you find out anything about the giants on the Ho Chi Minh Trail from your friend's mother from Vietnam? Deb said, let's give Hev a thumbs up. She works hard. Lee said, yes, Alex, Zorro Ranch. I used to drive by it on my road trip out west. Alex said, I can't wait for the big pop, Zal. I think it's going to be a number of small pops first. J1 said, Alex, yep. He had a ranch in New Mexico with a bit of baby farming going on. SW said, as I say, it's pronounced erection in China, not election. And it just jumped. Okay, where am I up to? That one made me cough. SW's, I read that one. It's erection in China, not election. Deb said, my brain could not take the BS coming from Camel Toe. Lee said, prayers for Canada, Muskrat. Sherry said, hello, Menacing Muskrat. SW said, Cabbage Patch Kids. And Menacing Muskrats put the maple leaf up there for Canada. God love yous. I love Canada. I love the US. I love the UK. I love all countries because they're all unique in ways. right? So all our countries are beautiful. We need to keep it that way. Dealey said, don't be a weirdo, voyeur. Hit the like button. Deb said, oh, my God, Cabbage Patch, another rabbit hole. Shannon said, Zorro Ranch was Epstein's baby farm. J1 said, Cabbage Patch in the Hidden History Garden. Dealey said, too many disgusting, dark, dank rabbit holes. Geoloff said, what you don't know about Whitney is she boiled herself in the tub. Coke is a hell of a drug. What? Oh, dear. Deb said, yes, that's the word I was looking for, Dealey. Alex said, not yet. I've still saved, ready to speak to my friend Anne. Anne or Anne? I thought I was seeing my friend this weekend, but I think it'll be next weekend now as her cat passed. Oh, no. Dealey said, oh, my gosh, Geoloft. Yeah, I'm sitting here going, what in the... Geoloft, can you tag me in some things? Please. Some more things. Deb said, how many sacrifices we don't know about? Paul, how you going? G'day, Hev family. SW said these morphine tabs make me feel a little like on acid sometimes. Not that I would know what that feels like. Menacing Muskrat said, thank you all. BC might be the first card to fall. I certainly hope so. British Columbia's fallen. Fentanyl's everywhere. Tent cities teaching crap to our youth. Oh, sounds like Australia. Alex said TMZ were apparently first on site to take pictures of Liam's dead body. Sickos, these people have no shame. I don't know if anyone's seen the Tales from the Crypt episode where the reporter is he's a reporter photographer, right? He's first on scene every time. Well, he's first on scene for this one where he actually kills the person. That's why he's first on scene. He actually walks in, finds a man and wife arguing, and the man hits the wife and knocks her out, and the guy goes in looking for the story and actually kills her because she wakes up. It's a weird episode. Alex said TMZ were apparently first on site. Yeah, they have no shame. Everyone's saying hello to Paul. Menacing Muskrat said Vatican is Latin for den of serpents. Shannon said Alex, Zorro Ranch. Geoloff said Alex, all right, sorry to hear about her kitty cat. Alex said, I'm sure there are countless, Deb. Deb said, the people are trying to be good, they just don't know the church is evil. Yeah, I love the Catholic people, honestly. But the Vatican itself, it's like the City of London, the Vatican and DC, the District of Columbia, are all little states unto their own, all little countries unto their own self. They have their own rules. Menacing Muskrat said, someone should ask Alexa who's going to win the BC election tomorrow, lol. Alex. Paul said, Trump rally at the moment. Oh, I always do this when Trump's having a rally. I should start live streaming them. Daly said, that would be interesting, Muskrat. And Rumble asked if I was going to live stream on the election day. Should I? Even if I'm not there, I'll just leave it running and you can listen to it. It's up to you guys. Alex said, me too, it's a mum's cat, but all of theirs, if you know what I mean. Her mum was in Vietnam when it happened. So sad. He was quite old, though, but still hard to cope with the loss of fur baby. It always is. Geoloff said, Alex, TMZ took the still pics via the video evidence of Liam. I saw the video right after the news broke. The girl in real life live streaming, I sat on that out of respect for the family and fans. Conchega said, back from feeding the cats and chooks. Alex said, yes, I wonder if it'll be biased, Menacing Muskrat. Paul said, poor little cat, R.I.P. Alex. SW said, feeding the chooks. Paul said, SW, me too. D-Lee said, I'm having trouble too. SW said, hope you didn't work up a sweat, mate. Sybil said, much love sent to all. God love you, Sybil. Sal said, haven't seen King for ages. No, he hasn't been around for a long time. Alex said, awesome, Shannon. D-Lee said, heaps of family missing from this chat. They probably don't know new channels thanks to YouTube. And may not be getting informed after they took a video down the other day. That's my punishment. Sybil said, keep busy always. Much love, Hev. Deb said, awesome, Shannon. Sybil said, still waiting to see, fingers crossed. Alex said, sending love and prayers to anyone who can't be here. We're all family and I love you all dearly. Paul said, SW, you're funny. Geoloff said, that's the other thing. Even if I have unfortunate pics or videos of victims, I'll not show them. And certain information I will not release when feelings are still raw. Okay, fair enough. Deb said, yes, Alex, much love to our beautiful Hevites. I need a burp. Just a little one. Alex said, yes, I make my own music because I couldn't stand the demonic music the industry pumps out. Deb said, I'm so blessed to have you all. Dee Lee said, much love and many hugs to everyone. And Deb said, Geoloft. And Conchega Yowie said, J1, true dat. Deb said, so true, Alex. Conchega said, Geoloft and born a male as well. Alex said, it's horrible. They are live vultures taking pics of dead bodies just to break the news. They did the same with Deanna. Geoloft. Yeah, I saw someone put something up on Twitter and people were saying, take this down. This is, you know. Dee Lee said, Alex, and they make lots of money from the pics. Deb said, yes, I do not have all the new media, so I appreciate the work Hev puts into the news. Menacing Muskrats put Epstein Island of the North in there. And I can't share this article in Canada, believe it or not. Really? Hang on. Can I get... Oh, I might have to get it from here. If I can find it. Where is it? Menacing Muskrat. And then I'll show you. Picton. Yep. I'm going to read that one on another video. I'm going to keep that open, Menacing Muskrat. And I'm going to read it on another video. Okay. Conchega said SW got over 40 hens at the moment and baby chicks. Oh, wow. Alex said, I know, disgusting, Dee Lee. SW said, a good stream is something an old bloke remembers from youth. Deb said, bubble and squeak. Menacing Muskrat said, Menacing Muskrat was meandering. Hang on. Meandering. All good now. Thank you all for your prayers. Shannon said, poor Socks is terrified. Not enjoying drags at all. My arms are scratched to pieces. Just kidding, Muskie. Oh, hopefully you left Socks at home. SW said, wow, you're a chicken farmer. Great job. Conchega said, Shannon, which drags? Menacing Muskrat said, hello, flyby Stu. Oh.
Timar28 tipped $40. Hello everyone. Hello Hev. Tuning in late. I have a new medical student intern with me for the next few months, who's thirsty for alternative information. He's a brilliant kid who's going places.
I stayed after we closed for the day to chat with him, was the end bit. Oh, God, love you, Timmy. Thank you. And, oh, good on you. Good on the new medical student intern. Well done. More people on the alternative bandwagon. That's great. That is fantastic. And thank you so much, Timmy and Shannon. Okay, so Alex is putting Geoloft's YouTube channel up and a few others. Conchega said, SW, not a farmer, but love my chooks. Have to get rid of some as they are real chooks and go broody. SW said, you'll grow the best veggies with all of them. Deb said, we can see a pic. Can we see a pic of Shannon in drag? At the drag. Conchega said, SW, plenty of manure, but we grow undercover due to aerial spraying that goes on. Well done, Conchega. Shannon said, Spring Nationals, 2024 at the Bend near Adelaide. Geoloff said, just FYI, I'm still trying to get more info on the UFO UAP that crashed in DC and Indiana. Even though hundreds of thousands saw it, heard it, recorded it, there's almost nothing to be found. Geoloff, definitely. If you find out more about that, please tag me as well. Dee Lee said, I have a channel, not a lot there, People's Convoy 2022 and art stuff. Eventually it will all be healing art with background music. Hang on a sec. Okay. There you go. I just subbed. Okay, let me see. Geoloft. Oh, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Alex is putting these links up. Go to channel. Sub. Was that Geoloft's channel? Sub. I've got Alex Dealey and Geoloft open so far. Hang on. I've got to shut them down. Oh, here's Geoloft's fishing in the dark, driving with lightning. Definitely strange. Shape-shifting things. East Coast sunset. Beautiful. Okay. So that's Geoloft's one. Oh, we've got Alex's one. Hey, what happened there? The other one's Planet Alex. That's why. And D. Lee. Okay, we got some stuff. Convoy. Spraying. Oh, good stuff. D. Lee. Well done, guys. Okay. I'm subbed to Alex as well, but not the one that Alex is Planet Alex, isn't it? Okay, where I'm up to. Yes, I would love to know about that Geoloft, UAP, UFO. Dealey's, yep, I said I have a channel. Kai's channel, there we go. Sub to Kai. Who's got spraying it? Oh, good on you guys. You're all putting the spraying up there. Well done, guys. That's really good. Deb said I'm very bad. Paul's got the chicken emojis there. Shannon said, curse you, Deb's my secret shame. Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon, hello, how's socks? Kanchega had one of his messages retracted. Planet Alex, there we go. I'm subscribed. Am I not getting bells or something? What's going on? All, thank you. I didn't have the bell ticked for some reason. I thought I did. Deb said, are we going to Rumble? Yes, we're going to Rumble. I just have to briefly share some things on Rumble. It'll be a quick one, but yeah. Shannon, Kanchega said, Shannon, not far from me as I am in the bridge. Deb's laughing at Shannon. SW said, don't trolls live under a bridge? Paul said, never again, never again. Well, Kamala Harris goes unhinged Hillary-style rant in Michigan. D. Lee says, yes, why, yes, they do, SW. Shannon said, you should be able to hear it. Damn, we had extra ticket as well as someone cancelled. Oh. My cup's boiling. Flyby Stew said, SW, the bigger the bridge, the bigger the troll. SW said, well, it's Big River, the Murray, you know. Deb said, so right, Paul. And D. Lee, some great artwork and some cool videos for D. Lee. Kanchega said, Shannon, would be great days, entertainment. Don't mind the drags, not a huge fan. The track is a beauty, though. Had some records smashed already. Deb said, watch party next. Shannon said, live under bridges and are into drag. Yeah, we might do a watch party this week sometime, depending on how much news comes out. There's something. You guys can... I'll put a vote on YouTube for Rumble, because I can't do it on Rumble. I don't know how to, or I don't even know if they've got those things. A poll whether you want X-Files, Twilight Zone, or Tales from the Crypt. And then we'll go from there and start, you know. I'll see if I can play that one, if I haven't already, the X-Files, the one with Arcadia. What is it? It's like a homeowners association place. It's a gated community. Kanchega said, SW, only dragging I do, mate, is the missus into the bedroom. Deb said Vatican, London, DC. Kanchega said, SW, you should know Stokers and Chippies are not that fussy. SW said, that's for sure, Yowie. Alex said, my laptop just threw a wobbler, didn't like me doing too many things at once. Oh, sorry, Alex. I made you do too much at once there. Okay, it just jumped on me. Okay, I'm nearly there. Paul said, yes, have election night live stream. Yeah? Yeah? Deb said, Timmy is missing out on the fun. No, he's not anymore. Yeah, okay, Paul, we'll do that. It might be on Rumble, though. Not here. Deb said, I second that, Paul. Conchega said, SW, you bubbleheads have trouble in removing your dive helmets. Deb said, do you know I start conversations with on Hev today? Do you really? On Hev today, I learnt, right? Even me, I go, you know what I heard today? No, you know what I had to tell people today? SW said, I'll never forget an SAS turned Kellic diver when I asked him why he shaved his legs. I don't know. I think that went over my head. D. Lee's laughing at Deb. And Conchega said, SW, typical Kellic, mate. Sybil said, have a nice time, Hev, much appreciated. You too, Sybil. SW said to make it easier to put his wetsuit on so it didn't pull his leg hairs. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I understand now. Yep, divers need to shave their legs so that when they put those rubber suits on, it doesn't drag the hairs on their legs. Is that right? And D. Lee said, Timmy! SW said, true. Shannon said, and Shannon again. Alex said, awesome, Timmy. Great to hear, Timmy. And Shannon put, I don't even know what that is, Shannon. I must need new glasses again. What is it? Is that a little under the bridge troll? Alex said, I was speaking to my parents about Tim yesterday about curing his own big C. I've got to watch what I say, especially medical-wise. Conchega said, SW, nah, not you. His excuse, he wanted to shave his legs, although my dad was a racer on the velodrome and he did his legs in case he fell and the hair got caught in the wounds. And Deb said, hey, Timmy, with legendary status, with the cups. Flyby Stew said, in a bit, Hev, and all you lovely people, go on to bed. Have a good one, Flyby Stew. Alex said, I was trying to explain that it's only when a tumour is popped the cancer spreads. SW said, I giggled and winked at him. Great bloke, though. Conchega said, Alex, I can't say that, Conchega. Paul said, that's right, Alex. Alex said, yes, Planet Alex is my music channel. I don't have anything on this one, Hev. Sal said, you've got a lovely voice, Alex. SW said, bottle of water. D. said, Dr. Rashid Bhattar was doing things and very outspoken on all his platforms. Deb said, funny, I just said, Timmy. SW said she's got a lovely accent too. Alex said, if people understood this, they would realise that the sea would shrink on its own. It's the treatment that gets them. Yep. Geoloff said, hey, Hev, you look at the driving with the lightning thumbnail. If you look at the top of the lightning bolt, you'll see a TR3B, the flying triangle. Ah, I shut the thing down. Hang on. Hang on. Where's my list of subs? Oh, there it is. Do you mean this thing here? Or that thing there? I don't know which thing you're talking about. I think maybe it's that. That one there. That's what I'm thinking. Is that right? You can tell me, Geoloft. Conchega said, Alex, correct. It's the body's way of securing its health cancer. I can't say anything about that. Tim S. said, when's the next call in? I was going to do one on Rumble, if you want to join. Alex said, oh, thank you, Zal. Paul said, bingo, Alex. Alex said, I was just thinking that. Timmy. Oh, whoa, Timmy. Whoa. It jumped, sorry. My chat jumped. Deb said, snap, Timmy. Alex said, if only people knew we wouldn't have half the misery in this world. Oh, actually, might make it tomorrow because I think my son's going to stream today, this afternoon. So is tomorrow okay for you, Timmy? And everyone else? Alex, Deb, everyone? Yeah, if only people knew we wouldn't have half the misery in this world, Conchega Yowie. Paul said, thanks for your back advice, Timmy. God love you. Daly said, yes, Alex, you're correct on that. SW said, Alex does have a very soothing voice. She does. Conchega said, Alex, no money in life, only death. Alex said, can't wait for the next Watch with Hev. Tim said, Alex, what did your parents have to say about the body's ability to cure things? Geoloff said the daylight version of the TR3 is a C-series upgraded with cloud camouflage. It looks like a Pink Floyd album cover. Lol. Alex said, indeed, no money in curing people. Menacing Muskrat said, this article cannot be shared in Canada. Okay, so is that the one I opened? Because I am going to be... Oh, I'm going to read that. Hang on, I'll find out. Yep, that's the one I just opened. Cool. I've got it open, Menacing Muskrat, because I'm going to read it on video. Sal said, got to do some weeding soon before work this afternoon. Tim A said, hey, Paul, I'm glad you're feeling better. Refresh my memory. What was the issue you were having? Conchega said, Geo, there was a TR3B in Queensland creating fire tornadoes. Ooh. Paul said, yes, on Rumble election night. Live, Hev, please. Yep. Deb said, yes, and we drink coffee with Hev and her cats. Conchega said, Menacing Muskrat, what's happening in Alberta at the moment? My lad is there teaching. Alex said, my mum was a bit confused how you cured it more than once until I explained, but my dad's more clued up. Not fully, they're open and quite switched on, thank goodness, Timmy. Deb said, Timmy, the troll is in drag today. Shannon's at the drag races. SW said, Sal, I got a quarter acre or blackberries to ruin, of blackberries to ruin. Paul said, Timmy, sciatic nerve. Deb said, chew Aussie, yet nah. Conchega said, SW, get some goats. They will clear your block in no time. Sal said, SW. Alex said, I said my mum should never have had, the things that push your boobs down. If there's a lump that could, burst it. Okay. I can't read any of them. Sorry, guys. I want to, but I can't say anything medically on YouTube. Delia said, I'm looking for goats to replace my lawnmower. Yeah, I need a goat. Only thing is they'd escape. Paul said, nah, Asian cousins. Conchega said, Alex, the mammogram uses 10,000 times the strength of a normal x-ray. The mammogram is trouble. Apparently, allegedly. Go see a doctor. Alex said, I've had them come and go on their own before. Hot compress can help, but if you leave it, the body is our best doctor. SW said, I tried that, Yowie, but they ate everything else, kicked over the water bucket, climbed on the cars and didn't eat one blackberry. Oh, and terrorised the neighbours too. They do. Goats will jump all over your car. Here in Australia, the wild goats. Oh, shit, my cup of tea's nearly gone solid. It was that boiling that hard. Conchega said, Alex, that should read 10,000. Deb said, back in a tick, drop off hubby at daycare. Alex said, I trust God and believe when my time is up, it's up. I don't want an intervention from a quack that's just wants to make a quick buck. I'm going to try and fight my time. Timmy! No, I'm kidding. Conchega said, SW, you have to fence them in. Timmy said, yes, Paul, be sure you got the magnesium glycinate, methylated B12, 20K, D3 from coming back. SW said, Deb, classic, I've stolen that one. Timmy said, I'm chopped liver, am I? No, you're the only one. Geoloff said, Conchega, the TR3B is the most common of the lineup. It was the first anti-gravity craft out of Project Have Blue. C-Series could be thought of a triangle flat screen TV with cams on the back. Conchega said, Alex, CPR, citizen resident person. Paul said, will do, Timmy. Alex said, no, call in would be great, but I can't wait. But I can wait if everyone else can, I think. Timmy said, I've been told I have a nice voice. You do. Well, Alex does have a very lovely voice, yep. Oops, shit, jumped again. Conchega said, Geolof, the new version is a tad different. Alex said, yeah, those things that squish your boobies are horrible. Alex said, I thought Jay screamed at like 5 a.m, so a few hours yet. Conchega said, all for commerce. SW said, Geo, I seen one, but it looked more like a light source twinking about no shape or size. Geolof said, if you want to see this material in real-world use, that's on the TR3. Look at the orb in Las Vegas, same projection technique. Alex said, you have a lovely voice, Timmy. Very soothing. I agree, fully. And that Alex has a beautiful voice too. And her accent is lovely. It is. Deb said, goats eat everything, anything. They do. Alex said, bottle of water. Geolof said, Conchega, I'm sure the latest version is more advanced. I haven't stayed current with the program. SW said, I thought you were saying greatest of all time, not the horned variety. Conchega said, SW, a mate had one fly over them, it just shut out all the light and stars, but as silent as anything. He was not a believer then, but he is now. Alex said, we could have a quick call in. We could. Conchega said, Geolof, they are 150 years ahead of where we are now. And Sybil's put hearts and a little four-leaf clover and some roses and flowers. It's beautiful. SW said, I think N-Rally abducted my mate. I was on recon undercover. I wanted it. Alex said, we love our Dr. Timmy. He's a proper doctor who actually wants to help and heal people, not keep them on constant drop of meds. Alex said, I love how well you explain things too, Timmy. Geolof said, Conchega, absolutely. If the people only knew, they would demand better from Spirit and Delta. SW said, I tried it for an hour or so, flipping from it's okay to no, I'm taking charge. Okay. Tim said, thank you for your kind words, Alex. P.S. Hev, there's no such thing as a quick call-in, I'm afraid. Well, then we might have to wait till tomorrow then. And I'll do a quick one on... Shit, my stupid microphone. We'll do a quick one on YouTube and we'll jump over to Rumble to have a big call-in session. How does that sound? Conchega said, SW, I've had interactions all my life. Was taken off the road with 4 more people in the car and we lost an hour. Travelling at 100 kilometres an hour. SW said, hum is definitely a time thingy. Alex said, no, Timmy, we'll have a quick call in. Yeah, no, I'll wait till tomorrow just because my son's going to stream this afternoon and I don't know what time. So we'll do the call in tomorrow, but what I will do is I'll meet you over on Rumble. I won't use your music in this outro on YouTube, Alex, but I will use it on Rumble if that is okay. Is that okay? Okay. Much love, guys, and I'll see you over on Rumble in a minute or two. You'd love to join tomorrow? Excellent. Okay, we'll make it tomorrow. Yay! Okay, guys, I'll see you over on Rumble in a minute. Bye. Why is it not working?